sono io? Qua?
All right.
Right.
Fans are all up there.
Yes. Wow.
Okay. I'll wait for Alejandra.
Huh? We're going to start with the video. Ready? Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for coming to Real Sports for the introduction of Federico Bernardeschi as a new TFC player. Before we start with the press conference, we'll play a short video. Now we're going to start with some opening remarks. We're going to start with some opening remarks from Toronto FC President Bill Manning, Head Coach Bob Bradley, and Federico Bernardeschi.
Well, we're incredibly excited to add Federico to Toronto FC. As we've gotten to know him over the past month, as good as he is as a player, he's an incredible person. And again, raising the bar as we are looking to do for our club. Federico is full Italian international, European champion, played for one of the biggest clubs in the world the last 5 seasons. At 28 years old to join Toronto FC in Major League Soccer, it's very rare. And so we are incredibly excited to see what he's going to do here in Toronto. And if his history says anything, winning 7 trophies with his last club, we're in for a bright future. So I welcome Federico.
Thank you so much.
Federico visited a few weeks ago, and he and I sat together. We didn't need a translator. I had the computer. I showed him some video. We talked about football, and I could see right away the personality and the passion that he has for the game. Today, introduced him to the team. He stood up, spoke in English, excited to be here. It really comes across in a real way and in a strong way for him to join our team. So welcome. Really excited to have you with us.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Okay. Hi, Toronto, and I'm so nice to meet you two all, and I'm so excited to be here in this family, and this is a big project, and Bill, Bob, Andrea e Lino hanno fatto parte, come si dice, the tratative is more difficult, but I'm so very, very, very happy to be here and for my decision. And this is a big, big project for the future. And I'm so happy, and thank you to all for the tratative and for my confidence. Thank you so much.
So we're going to start with the Q&A. Remember to raise your hand, wait for the microphone, say your name and outlet. And first, we're going to start with the questions in English, and then we'll go to the Italian. Go ahead, Neil.
Neil Davidson from the Canadian Press. Welcome to Toronto, Federico. You must have had a lot of offers from a lot of other clubs. What attracted you to come to Toronto and Toronto FC?
I choose Toronto because this is a big project for the future. And I see Toronto 2 months ago in secret with Bill, Bob, Andrea, and I love Toronto at 1 minute stay here, no? I love so much. And the big person for this family. And I choose Toronto because here I have a family, a big family. The fan, the team, and all people works in TFC. This is my choice for this.
Hi, Federico. It's Steve Buffrey from the Toronto Sun. How are you?
Hi,
Welcome
nice
to
to meet you.
Toronto. Can you say how much you've seen from TFC this year, and what are your thoughts on the club and on MLS, the league?
Per quello che hai potuto vedere, come hai giocato e la Liga della MLS, cosa puoi dire del team e come gioca? Anche della Lega.
Okay, MLS for me is a big champion, and the team of TFC is very good. Is a good player, is a good person, and come si dice? Ci sono molti giocatori validi nel team e nell'MLS.
There are a lot of very valuable and really good players both in MLS and in TFC.
Okay, yes, this is. I'm sorry for my English, but I improve. Okay? I improve to English.
Hi, Federico. John Molinaro from TFC Republic.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I appreciate your coming from Juventus, but it was in Fiorentina where you really sort of cut your teeth. Can you talk about the football education that you received in Fiorentina? How much did that help you develop into the player you became? And in how much esteem do you still hold Fiorentina and the city of Florence, for that matter?
Come ti ha influenzato crescere nella Fiorentina come giocatore e cosa pensi della Fiorentina? Cosa ti ha dato come formazione?
But I play in Fiorentina when I have 10 years old, and I'm working in Fiorentina for 15 years, and come si dice crescere?
I grew up.
I grew up to the first team, and maybe I'm playing with Fiorentina, and after I go to Juventus, and I win a big trophy in Italian champion. I win Euro Cup, and sono cresciuto proprio come calciatore, come uomo e come persona in questo mio percorso di crescita.
Nella Fiorentina
E nella Juventus, sì.
I grew up very much both as a player and as a person, both starting in Fiorentina but also in Juventus as well.
Ciao Federico.
Ciao.
Why did you choose to invest the remaining years of your prime in MLS? What's more appealing about this championship than Europe for what's left of your prime?
Cos'è che ti ha attirato più nell'MLS, considerando che sei giovane nella tua prime, di venire qua rispetto ad un campionato europeo?
Ok, adesso parlo in italiano?
Yes.
Ok, I'm speaking in Italian because introducing to me my person, ok? Ho scelto di venire in MLS perché avevo opportunità in Italia, molte squadre, e di questo mi ritengo molto fortunato, perché nel calcio di oggi non è facile avere delle scelte, però ho scelto io di venire qui perché in Italia, secondo il mio punto di vista, avevo terminato un percorso e dove ho vinto praticamente tutto quello che c'era da vincere in Italia. Ho vinto con la nazionale l'europeo l'anno scorso e adesso voglio vincere qui insieme a questa famiglia, insieme a Toronto, perché, ripeto, Toronto ha un grande progetto per il futuro, me l'hanno spiegato, me l'hanno fatto vedere e io sono qui per vincere, per fare la storia di questo club. Thank you.
So I did have some other choices actually in Italy, and I feel very lucky to have had those choices because in this time it's not that common. But I chose MLS because I felt that I finished my path basically in Italy. I won a lot of trophies, a lot of those different championships with Juventus, and I also won the Euro Cup with the Italian national team. I chose to come here because I want to win. I want to invest in this project for the future that is Toronto, and I really want to win here.
Hey, Federico. Michael Singh here, MLS Soccer
Hi,
in the parlay.
nice to meet you.
Welcome to Toronto. This question's actually, it's going to be for Bill. 3 of the 4 major acquisitions this team's made, at least heading into the summer, has been Italian. Is that just coincidence, or is there some sort of strategy behind that?
I mean, you know the story about watching Italy win Euros and the excitement in Toronto, and you know the mission to sign Lorenzo. And along the way, there was a number of other players that we met. We met Mimo, Domenico Crescito during that time. We also were fortunate to meet Federico's dad back in October when he was still playing there. And so there was kind of a line that was open. And, you know, obviously they're Italian and from Italy, but world-class players. And that was the biggest factor, was players that could come in here, that wanted to be here. And the fact that we now have, 3 Serie A players that can communicate together, that all are going to contribute to us in different ways, I think is a good thing. It's actually really, there'll be a connection there. They've played on the national team together, Lorenzo and Federico. And so it was, it started out as kind of a concerted effort to sign Lorenzo, and it just kind of bloomed into these other signings as well, Federico being one of them, which, honestly, back last October, November, many people thought it was a pipe dream, and we kept after it, and we kept the lines of communication open, and he's sitting here right now.
Ciao Federico, Nelson Perez, Hispanic Source Media.
Thank you so much.
Can you talk about what it means to you to be able to play next to Insigne every day?
Cosa vuol dire per te giocare a fianco di Lorenzo ogni giorno adesso?
Is a great opportunity, no? Because me and Lorenzo, we will win in Europe Cup, and plays together in Toronto is a wonderful, is amazing for me and for him, so I'm so excited for this, and voglio giocare.
I want to play
I want to play with Lorenzo il prima possibile.
as soon as possible.
Yes.
Hi, Federico. Anthony Corey with Waking the Red. Oh, sorry. Hi, Anthony Corey with Waking the Red. How's it going? You're joining the league at the same time as one of your former Juventus teammates in Giorgio Chiellini. Was there any talk between the two of you ahead of both your moves, and how excited are you to potentially come up against him in a different environment down the line?
Lo spostamento è stato più o meno allo stesso tempo di Chiellini anche. Come ti aspetti di giocare contro di lui probabilmente?
It's more difficult because Giorgio is my big brother, and I love Giorgio, and I love your family, and he's my captain in the national team, is my captain in Juventus, and now giocarsi contro.
Playing against
Playing
each other?
again is more difficult for me, and so, but I'm playing against Giorgio, and I score, no?
Federico, it's Steve Buffer again. How much did the fact that Insigne and Cressida had already signed with this club come into your decision to sign with Toronto?
Il fatto che Insigne e Crescita hanno firmato con te, quanto ha influito nella tua decisione di venire qua?
No, non hanno influito sulla mia decisione, perché nonostante sia molto felice che loro siano qui e giocheranno con me, ma la mia decisione era a prescindere da chi era venuto prima, perché io ho capito il progetto, ho capito quello che Bill mi ha spiegato tanto tempo fa, e ho scelto di venire a Toronto perché io mi sono innamorato di Toronto e delle persone che lavorano all'interno di TFC, e questo per me va oltre ogni aspetto.
So the fact that Domenico and Lorenzo were here already did not influence my decision. I'm very happy to be here with them though, and my decision was independent from the fact that there were other Italian players here. I understood the project that Bill told me and explained me, and the future of this team. I chose to come here because I actually fell in love with Toronto, and I really like and love all the stuff in TFC.
We have last two questions in English before we move to Italian.
Really quick one for Bob. Will Lorenzo and Federico play on Saturday?
We hope so. Federico did a little bit of training today. We had a small group on the field. Now we see every day how he feels. Lorenzo still training on the side, but we're hopeful that in the next day or two, he'll be joining the group. And then as we get toward the end of the week, we'll know. We want to get them both on the field as quickly as possible, but it has to be done in a smart way. So we're hoping, and now we look forward to the next few days.
And as a follow-up, you have a third DP slot open with Salcedo going. Will you look for help on defense, and will that player be Italian as well?
We're in different discussions. It's not as simple as saying there's a DP slot open and off we go again. Baresi's a little bit too old. If he was available, I would take Baresi, maybe still. But look, we understand the areas that we must improve. We're in different level discussions. The top ones have been so exciting. Obviously, we made a trade last week where we brought Mark Anthony Kaye back. So there's work being done every day so that we can continue to build. We had January and February to do certain things. We knew in the summer it was going to be the second period. We're trying to do the best we can in this period and finish strong, and then see where we are to put the finishing touches on things at the end of the year. But we're still looking in all the ways to improve.
Hi, Federico. John Molinaro again. You've mentioned the national team a couple times. Have you talked to Roberto Mancini about the move, and do you have a sense of how, or even if, this move to MLS will affect in any way your standing with the Azzurri?
No, non ho ancora sentito il mister Roberto, lo farò a breve sicuramente, ci parleremo e capiremo la situazione.
No, I haven't talked to him yet, but for sure I'm going to do that soon and we'll figure that out.
Patrizio Serafini, CIN Radio TV International, lo specchio, ora qui. Benvenuto ovviamente.
Grazie.
Federico, parli tra l'altro un ottimo inglese.
Grazie.
Ti
grazie.
faccio complimenti.
Grazie
allora, alla
mille.
Juve spesso ti sei immolato sull'altare del sacrificio tattico. In questo caso vedremo il tuo sinistro poetico cantare melodie divine qui a Toronto. E ecco, vorremmo vedere il Bernardeschi del ritorno di Champions League del 2019 contro l'Atletico Madrid. Ecco, qual è il tuo pensiero?
Sono venuto qua per questo, assolutamente. Sai, quando ero alla Juventus, ovviamente se un allenatore mi dice che mi devo sacrificare, no? Lo faccio molto volentieri, e se Bob avrà questa necessità lo farò anche qui, perché io questo sono di carattere. Ovviamente non ho mai nascosto a nessuno che il mio ruolo era differente. E questo tutti lo sapevano, però sono qui per giocare nel mio ruolo. Grazie a te.
So the question was about his role, considering that in Juventus he had to make a lot of sacrifices for the coach's choices, and if we will have the option to see him in as we saw him in 2019 in the Champions League, and his natural role. And he answered, when I was in Juventus, different coach, like the coach, if he told me that I had to sacrifice my role tactically, I would do that. And the same goes here if Bob tells me that. Of course, I really want to play in my natural role.
Ciao Federico, qui Michele Bruzzese a TLN Media.
Ciao, piacere.
Benvenuto, piacere, grazie per l'europeo da parte di tutti gli italiani qui in
Grazie
Canada.
mille.
La mia domanda è, nel tuo messaggio di addio alla Juventus hai detto che era arrivato il momento per un'evoluzione personale e professionale. Quali saranno le opportunità che ti darà il Toronto e l'MLS e che non avevi in Italia o in Europa, diciamo?
Guarda, innanzitutto grazie. Io, come ho detto prima, avevo finito un ciclo in Italia, mi sentivo dentro me stesso che avevo terminato un ciclo fatto di grandissime vittorie, anche grandissime delusioni, però io ho fatto questa scelta perché credo che l'MLS è un campionato molto competitivo, con grandissimi progetti futuri, e ho scelto questo progetto futuro proprio per questo, perché vorrei vincere qui, vorrei giocare bene a calcio qui, e queste secondo me sono le opportunità che mi può dare l'MLS, no? Farmi vedere anche a livello internazionale, e questo mi interessa molto.
So, the question was thank you from all the Italians to winning the Euro Cup. And in your last message to Juventus, you talked about the need for professional and human evolution in your personal path. So how did you choose MLS? And the answer was, I finished, as I mentioned before, I finished a path in Italy, and with a lot of winnings, a lot of victories, and also some losses and delusions as well. MLS is very competitive, and it has a huge future, and I really believe in the future project of this team. I decided to come here for a new opportunity to win, and to win internationally.
Antonio Giorgi, Mediaset Italia, Canada. First of all, I would like to thank Toronto Football Club for having us. multicultural TV and for the possibility for us to ask questions in Italian. Allora, la domanda è relativa al tuo punto di maturazione. Tu a questo punto sei un calciatore maturo, tatticamente, tecnicamente, umanamente ovviamente.
Grazie.
Il Bernardeschi che ti piace di più è quello che in posizione di ala sinistra fornisce assist, cross pericolosissimi che abbiamo visto più volte, o è il Bernardeschi mezzala che punta alla porta a un certo punto, come facevi, fai ancora, insomma, e tira questi tiri incredibili e segna anche molto spesso. Non mi rispondere, gioco come vuole il mister, eh?
No,
dimmi quello che veramente preferisci.
Ok, guarda, assolutamente. Preferisco andare dentro con il pallone, tirare e fare assist per i miei compagni. Questo è quello che mi piace fare, questo è il mio gioco e amo il mio gioco. Ecco, questo sì. Grazie.
So the question was about, for sure he is a mature player professionally, but also mature on a human aspect. And what's his preferred position? And for sure he like his answer, for sure my preferred position is to make assists and to pass the ball for my teammates and to make sure that actually we win.
Fede, qui di nuovo. Ti è stato assegnato il numero 10 che indossavi alla Fiorentina e hai indossato per alcune partite con l'Italia. Che cosa rappresenta questa maglia per te? Fa una differenza avere il numero 10?
Ma sicuramente è una maglia carica di responsabilità, no? E questo, a me le responsabilità sono sempre piaciute, me le sono sempre prese, anche quando le cose magari andavano male. L'importante è esserne consapevoli e avere la maglia numero 10 del Toronto per me è un onore.
So you had the number 10 both in Fiorentina and in the national Italian team. What does it feel like? Certainly it's a huge responsibility, but I really like it. And having this responsibility is something that you have to honor, and even when things don't go very well. And I'm very actually honored to wearing the number 10 with Toronto.
So that concludes the Q&A with the press conference. Please sit, and we're going to move the table before we do the photo opportunity with the jersey.
One, two, three, all forward! Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.